was a really sad yaoi.
Ooh, Yaoi review.
Hi everybody, it's Corbin, and today I'm here to talk to you about Cut by Toko Kawai. Now, this is published by June. It is rated 18+, and let's read the back and then delve into the nitty-gritty. Chiaki Sakurachi appears to be a social, popular high school senior, but he carries a dark secret with him that he can tell no one, not even his closest friends. When Chiaki meets fellow student Eiji Yakamura, an underachieving social misfit, for the first time, he believes he's found someone who can understand his inner pain. As the two become closer, Chiaki learns that Eiji has a secret also, a secret so dark that it threatens to overshadow his own. United by common dysfunction and angst, Chiaki and Eiji begin to search for pleasure together beyond their pain. Will the pair's growing bond enable them to break free of their troubled past and create a brighter future? Or is the damage that's been done to both of them beyond any healing that love can provide? In Cut, Toko Kawai, popular creator of Loveholic and Bonds, opens up old wounds to find true feelings hidden underneath. Now, I have read Loveholic, and I believe I've read Bonds too, and I know I've reviewed Loveholic, so I'll link those down below for Loveholic. I will tell you right off the bat, actually let's save that because that's later on. Art style wise, it is exactly the same as Loveholic. It is that same sort of elongated, awkward looking style that is not my favorite. I do not necessarily love it, but I will tell you that it isn't bad. It is pretty good. There's a little kissy scene. So it's very middle ground for me. It is not my favorite. It reminds me of Only the Ring-Fingered Nose, if you're familiar with that yaoi. But it's still good nonetheless. Here's a sneaky preview of some of the high point action. So I will tell you right now off the bat with this, it is a very heavy yaoi. It does deal with some very real life situations that I did not expect in a yaoi whatsoever. When I read the back of this, I was thinking, ooh, one of them's committed murder and the other one is like a detective's kid who's seen some awful stuff, and together they're going to work through their issues. That's what I was kind of roughly thinking. I did not think it would deal with such rough real life issues. I'll be quite honest with you. Chiaki is a boy, pretty much. He's not 18 yet, who is being molested by his father and also does severe self-harm. In like 4 or 5 of the scenes we see him cutting. So this is definitely a trigger warning yaoi. It is definitely one with a lot of issues. And it's just a very kind of like, wow. I mean, yeah, it's Chiaki's stepdad, that is having his way with his stepson. And it's very awkward. And we discover that his mother hates him because she feels that he killed his father. And it's very sad. And then the other guy, which, Eiji, his story is sad, but in a different way. He was born to a mother who was mentally not all there. She definitely needed to be institutionalized and not allowed to keep her baby, but they let her. And she pretty much, one day when he was like 4 or 5, lunged at him, started stabbing him, nearly killed him. So he's covered in horrific scars. Both boys are very dysfunctional. They both have a lot of issues. Now, that's how they bond together, really. And then sex is kind of like the thread that kind of bound them together, and then what kept them together is the feeling of feeling safe. I do not find this a healthy relationship at all in this yaoi. I mean, it was good as far as plotline goes. It was just so heavy. Now, all of that being said, I would not recommend this to people, not very lightly. If you're a person that looks for the more dark, dramatic sort of yaoi, definitely check this out. This one is just so heavy, and so sad, and so real-life situation, like where you want to call suicide watch on someone. That this one is just so heavy. So on that ground, very much so, it's a 2 for me. It's not bad, it's just the context is something I would not recommend. I would not add this to my collection if I hadn't gotten this as a gift sort of thing. So it's just not for me. It wouldn't be for a lot of people that I know off the top of my head that read yaoi. I don't read yaoi to deal with high depression points like this. I deal with it to kind of have like a superficial depression point, if that makes any sense, to where it's just going to pass in 2 pages. This one, even at the end, they're still dealing with really bad emotional things. If you're into BDSM kind of depicted stuff, this one definitely has that. But again, you do deal with a whole bunch of really bad things, like the cutting scenes, the description of how when he was 6 and his stepfather came into their lives, and it's just, yeah, it's very heavy. So yeah, based upon that, I wouldn't highly recommend anybody to pick it up. So yeah, if you guys have ever read this, let me know what you guys think. If you haven't read it, you can look it up if you want to, if it sounds like something you're into. It's not something I would recommend wholeheartedly. So yeah. I will talk to you guys later. Give me a thumbs up, share this with a friend who likes yaoi, and I will talk to you guys later.
You like what you see? Then...
subscribe!